Hi, I'm Shay Nakahira, and I just ran the Boston Marathon for my good friend and med school classmate, Dylan. Um, it has been a whirlwind of a journey, and I'm so grateful for being able to run for him and in honor of him and all of the other people that are fighting this battle of lung cancer through an amazing organization like LUNGevity. Just to give you guys a little bit of a recap of this whole story. Basically, I qualified for the Boston Marathon in December of 2024. 2024. And then I found out that I qualified in 2025. And it was right around the same time that we found out about Dylan's cancer diagnosis. And that was a very sad and heavy day for all of us, of course. He is seriously the most amazing human in the world. Just the definition of a golden human and just the kindest and most compassionate and just good person with the biggest heart. And he's going to be the most amazing doctor one day to all of his patients. So to hear about his diagnosis was a very sad day for all of us. Really heartbreaking. And yeah, you just feel it in your heart when someone that you love and someone that gives so much of himself to everyone else on a daily basis just gets news like that. It doesn't seem fair. And it was something that kind of really weighed heavily upon our whole entire med school class. I think we all felt it. And we knew that there was obviously nothing we could do to directly heal him or directly like do anything. But after I found out that I qualified and then we found out about his diagnosis, I thought it would be a really great way to figure out how to support him. It's always been a goal and dream of mine to basically run for a cause, run for raising awareness and of something and to make a difference because I feel like it's important to really look at everything you do in life and find a way to figure out how to benefit others because that's what fills up my cup. And especially with Dylan, I thought it would be a great way to kind of show my support through him. I didn't even know if it was possible. It was just an idea, and I went to him and I asked if he'd be interested in kind of teaming up or if I would be able to run this race in honor of him, I guess, um, with no really big goal in mind of like fundraising any big amounts of money or anything like that. I just wanted to run this race for him because getting into Boston was something that has always been a dream of mine since I started my running journey. Not that long ago, honestly. It was after I finished soccer. I played 4 years of soccer at UConn, and after that, I went through an identity crisis trying to figure out how to replace that sport. And I fell in love with running while I was trying to balance the rigorous time demands and just demands med school, I guess. So it was my way of coping with all the crazy things going on in life. And it's just an amazing sport. And getting into Boston was the best thing ever. I was so grateful to be given that opportunity and to get into the race. So I was like, okay, what can I do now that I have been accepted into the race? How can I use this to somehow make a difference? After obviously finding out about Dylan's cancer diagnosis. And then we kind of did some research and we found LUNGevity, which is just an amazing organization. And we just appreciate all that you guys are doing for this community. It's just so inspiring to be the light for so many of these individuals who are fighting cancer themselves, lung cancer themselves, or know people that are in this battle, or just supporting their loved ones, or just the larger community as a whole. And we thought it would be the perfect way to kind of support the cause that's bigger than ourselves. I mean, Dylan's been going through this crazy fight amidst med school, which is absolutely amazing, taking his tests and studying for his big exams and just trying to balance it all. And as future physicians, it's just a very important cause to raise awareness for, especially looking at Dylan's whole story, him being just so young and healthy, and how this impacted him just so unexpectedly. And it was something that we felt that we needed to advocate for and share more with the rest of the larger community, just because it is so important. And I personally didn't know much about everything until this, so I learned so much as well. So thank you for kind of helping not only us to bring awareness to the cause, but for educating so many other people about this too, because it is important. Anyway, sorry this is so long, but maybe I'll make this in two parts. Okay, and then for Boston, I was training. I'm doing a research like year at Stanford right now. And I got up here in January. So I didn't, but I was trying to get adjusted to everything. So I didn't really start training until like mid-February, like really start training. And I also have never trained for a marathon, like actually trained before. I've ran two other ones in Hawaii, but I didn't really train how I should have trained. So this time it was a little bit different. And I had a good friend, coach, who really helped me to develop a plan during my time here. And it was also new because I'm in a new environment. So I had to figure out where I was going to run and find paths that were long enough to that I could do my long runs on. I was testing different fueling and different like speed work and distance work and all these different things I was trying for the first time, which was an experience in itself, but made it so much more fun. And what made it even more fun and more special was thinking about Dylan the whole time. Because once we started this fundraiser, I remember the first day that we kind of got it out to the community. We raised I didn't really set a goal because I was just like, okay, like the purpose isn't really for the amount of money. It's just to raise awareness and support him and kind of show him that there's this whole army of people behind him and we all are going to be with him to help him fight this fight. That was like the main goal. And I remember within like the first few days, it was like, oh, like 1,000 and then like 2,000. And then I remember at 2,000, me and Dylan were texting like, what is going on? Um, we were just blown away at that point too, just by the level of support that the community was showing us, and that especially coming from Hawaii, where community is at the heart of our culture and just like ohana, right? Family. Everyone is family, everyone is community. So to see everyone rallying together for this wonderful, amazing human, Dylan, was just really, really moving, inspiring. And then from there, it just kind of snowballed. And before we knew it, it was just increasing every day. I think as word got out, and then before we knew it, we reached 17,000, 18,000. By race day, it was 20,000. And it gives me chills thinking about it because it's just amazing. We never in a million years expected it to kind of reach that level in terms of the amount of money we would be able to raise because, again, we were going into this with no expectation, just to show our support for Dylan. But the community, it just says a lot about Hawaii and just the support through LUNGevity and everyone else that kind of wants to show their support for this cause, which is not a hard thing to do when it comes to supporting someone like Dylan. Um, and just it was incredible. And it really made us emotional, and we just are so grateful for everyone that contributed to our fundraiser in big ways or small ways, whether it was through donating money or simply donating kind words and support for Dylan and I, honestly. Because when I was training for my race, all I could think about was all these amazing people offering their words of encouragement to both of us and showing their support. And it honestly helped fuel my fire toward wanting to do as well as I could. Um, and also, whenever I was running and hating my life, or not hating my life, but I was struggling, obviously, because some workouts are a lot more challenging than others. I thought about Dylan a lot, just in the back of my mind. Um, like I'm running this for him. I'm running this to show my support for him and all the other individuals who are in this fight right alongside him. Because they are so strong. So if they can fight lung cancer, then I can run this little race. So that was my mantra, and it really helped me, honestly. And then race day came, and being in Boston that weekend was amazing. It was electric. I hadn't been back to the East Coast since for a few years since college, and I love Boston. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. So being there was a dream. The whole city was lit up for this marathon. Everyone was going around wearing their blue jackets, and shops were out there supporting the runners, restaurants, and you could just feel like the magic in the air, as cliche as that sounds. But everyone in that running that race is running that race for a reason, whether it be for themselves or for someone else or for a bigger cause. It gives me chills to thinking about it because just to be a part of what was going on there, it was so special because people put in so much work to get there, so much work and time and heart and dedication to just get to the starting line. in whatever way they got there. So it's very special to be a part of that and to also be supporting Dylan and LUNGevity and all the other people who are, fighting this. And yeah, it was cold and I was really nervous and there was a lot of shuffling going around on race day. And I honestly had no idea what was going on the whole time. I kind of was just bopping around and following the crowds and it was good. I did wake up. I missed my alarm because my phone died overnight. So it started me off to a rocky beginning, but we bounced back. And other than that, it was amazing. I had like a plan for myself in terms of how I was going to run the race because of the challenging course, it being a net downhill, but you really want to pace yourself in the beginning so you don't destroy your quads. And then it goes up from mile 17 to 21 during the Newton Hills. And then it's just a very hilly course, which I obviously am not used to training on, especially being here in Palo Alto, where everything's flat. So that was a little challenging. Um, but yeah, I just ran. I ran for Dylan. I ran for LUNGevity. I ran for all the other warriors and fighters who are in this battle, right alongside Dylan, because you guys are amazing. And I felt very honored to be able to put my heart and soul into this race for you guys. It meant so much to me. And although I was shooting for sub three, actually, I don't even know what I was shooting for, but I finished with a time of 3 hours and 21 seconds. 21 seconds, a little bit too slow because I would have loved to hit that sub three, but it only means there's more room to grow. And yeah, so I just wanted to say that all in all, Dylan and I are incredibly grateful for all the support that LUNGevity has given us and all of the support that the greater community has given us, whether it be from around the world or back home in Hawaii, where Ohana means family and the entire community is Ohana. And just helping us to raise awareness for this cause, this amazing foundation. And it was an honor to be able to do so and raising $20,000 for not just Dylan, but again, everyone, everyone fighting lung cancer. It was incredible, and people are incredible, and it's amazing. It fills my heart, and it just shows you how much is possible when you kind of just rally together people for a cause that's a lot bigger than them. But anyway, thank you so much, LUNGevity, for everything. And I hope to one day be able to run another race with you guys, or in honor of you guys, because you're all amazing and we are so thankful. Okay, I'm sorry this is so long. Bye. Oh, also, when I had little Dylans that I was carrying with me, those were little sticks. So he was with me during my race. Okay, bye.